do you guys need? Because it's so easy to just let the day just bulldoze you until at night you're like super fatigued and you're not nourishing yourself. And this can lead to burnout really, really fast, not only in the job search, but just in life. I could name about 20 things that are stressing me out, okay? But I have to stop and ask myself, okay, what do I need? What do I need to be able to show up to the world how I want to? How do I show up as the wife? How do I show up as the parent? How do I show up as the leader and business owner that I am, that I want to be? As I'm saying this, kind of ask yourself that. For me, it is moments of gratitude. I need to make sure that I'm well nourished. I need scheduled time with like-minded individuals to connect with. Weekly date nights with my husband. I need a hot bath at night. I need breaks during the day, to have some tea or whatever. So I'm bringing this up because it's like, what do you guys need? Because it's so easy to just let the day just bulldoze you until at night you're like super fatigued and you're not nourishing yourself. And this can lead to burnout really, really fast, not only in the job search, but just in life. So ask yourself, what do I need? And start small and look at the urgency on those things. So it's like, okay, if I haven't been eating very well, or I'm skipping meals and I'm getting grumpy, I'm like, okay, that's urgent. Like, let's straighten up our diet a little bit. If you guys haven't seen your friends in a while, reach out, do a quick Zoom date, do a 10-minute phone call. Human connection, guys. I know it's so cliche. People talk about this all the time, but you cannot pour from an empty cup. And it can seem impossible to do the things that make you feel good, but you have to take yourself off the back burner and move yourself to the forefront. Like you have to move yourself to the forefront to be a top performer. This is what top performers think about: daily habits, rituals, and things that make you feel good. The problem that I usually see with people is that and I'm one of them, just overthinking it. We want to use these daily habits and rituals to bring us back to reality, so that your compass, like, okay, Kristina, how do I know why I'm grumpy all of a sudden? Or how do I know if this is working or not? You can usually measure it by your mood, by your productivity, and by your emotions. So if you find yourself feeling a certain way, like, oh my God, like all of a sudden I feel, anxious or upset or overwhelmed. Okay, well, let's rewind. There's something missing that you need that you're not fulfilling for yourself. Gratitude is one that works every time. It just brings you back to the present moment, if anything. Even if you're in a really crappy place, you know what? I can't think of anything I'm grateful for. Just take a look around you for a second. You're likely in a calm, quiet environment, and you want to come back to that. So the daily habits, gratitude, all these great things that we preach at you guys, do take the framework of that, but make it work for you and pick the things that you need the most. Simplify this down some so it's serving you, and then you want to do more of it, because as you do more of it, you're going to notice a shift. You're going to notice that you just feel better with these new habits, and you're going to want to do more of them. And that's the whole goal. Also know that it takes a long time, to create habits, and don't make yourself feel bad about it. And not letting setbacks trigger you, right? So again, the beating yourself up, the negative self-talk, or letting, things that feel like things that feel like a huge deal. If we really stop, slow down, and look at it, it's likely not, a big deal. Logging and recording what I was doing, at what time, and how I was feeling. And this was very useful for me, because I realized I was wasting a lot of time. My mood was going up and down, like, severely. And, I found myself really completely off track. And this helped me kind of pinpoint where I was going wrong and where I needed to plug in, these practices. And so it really is a good self-discovery tool to know where your energy is going. Because if your energy is going to places that you don't want to be spending it, you're going to find yourself completely depleted. Energy literally is a thing, guys. So we can pump ourselves with all the caffeine in the world, but if we're allowing our thoughts to be shitty, we're not being mindful, and the whole day is getting away from us, you're going to be tired. And are you getting your needs as a human? Like, here's your reminder that you have needs mentally, emotionally, psychologically, socially, physically. And, ask yourself, like, when was the last time I really thought about what I need? And maybe write a few things down. These are my core things that I need to function at a high level, or the level you want to be functioning at. We're living in a time where I think it's really easy to get super, super isolated. Many of us are working from home, whatever. Like, we got to get out in the world. Even like when I find myself super grumpy, Tim is always like, man, how long have you been in the house? You need to get out. I don't care what you do, just get out of here. This weekend, I was like, you know what? We're going to go to the beach. We're going to do some different stuff. We're going to try a new restaurant. And I was just so full of joy because I just stayed on the move. It's like, why not? Like, I know we all tend to sometimes get really gassed out. We want to veg out. I understand that. But for some of us, our joy is staying on the move. When you're feeling really good, like, guys, take note of what got you there. What did you shift? What did you change? Going back to asking yourself, what do I need? And then just taking a lot of responsibility for that and getting really intentional with what are those needs. And if socializing and being around people, I don't mean you have to be around them 24/7, but maybe it's an hour coffee date. Then guess what? You get to go back to your cave after that. I went to the gym the other day, and then I went to get a Starbucks, and I just had my little drive, and that was that. But it changed everything. You come back home just a different person. Just test it out. If you guys have found yourselves a little too isolated, let's work on that as part of self-care, for sure. We have different people that serve different parts of us or different parts of our current journey. And if you want to talk to an old friend, it's like, hey, message them and say, hey, when do you have like 15 minutes where I can just use you as an extra set of ears or a sounding board for a new idea, or to find out what you've been up to lately? It's so refreshing. Guys, we know the rewards of the day ending and the sun setting and you've been productive. We know how much better that feels than letting your day just get away from you. It's going to happen sometimes, but we got to stay in the driver's seat.